What are you doing right now?
Freeway tier list. Southern California freeways.
Freeway tier list.
Okay.
Freeway tier list.
Oh
my god.
So fair warning.
Alright, instantly put the 5 at F tier.
Okay, I'm gonna make one extra category for freeways that I've never been on, and there's only 2 of these that I've never been on. So I don't
no.
Damn it.
Okay.
Bastard. Wow.
So I've never been on.
Oh my
so
god.
mixed opinions. I've never been on the 134,
way.
the 118.
What the hell?
Have you been on any of those?
No.
Okay.
No.
I'm just gonna put them in here. Not the 14. The 1. Oh, everything got mixed up. 118. Okay. So let's just start in order. The 110. Oh my god. It's just a night. Like there's so much traffic. It's unreal. But it is very interesting. It's got a lot of history behind it.
I don't care about the history. I just have the experience I have on that freeway is not it.
Yeah, I mean the experience is ass. But like, I'm gonna say if it wasn't for the history, it'd probably be D. But I think the history, just the historical factor, it was the first freeway in the United States.
Dude, my ears.
So I think I'm gonna
I'm
put
just
it.
hearing a billion things at once. My ears.
But
are
like
just
obviously,
dying.
it's just a history carry.
Sure.
I think. All right, 170. This is like
Just put the 55 at the F. Hopefully he doesn't.
Okay, 55 is F. We'll get there when we
Yeah,
get there.
it's not even close.
I don't know. So
Dude, I need to like deafen. I swear. My
the
ears are
170,
hurting right now.
it's really boring. It goes from like Studio City and just connects back up with the 5. It's probably one of the least interesting freeways in Southern California. But I've never really had any traffic issues on it, and I've been on during rush hour, and there's never really been any problems. So I'm just gonna put it in A tier. I'll move 110 down to C tier because the traffic is just so bad. Actually, it's usually not too bad. I mean, it can get pretty ass. I'll put it over at 110. I'll put the 170 at B tier. It's really boring, but I've never really had any traffic problems.
Wait, what'd you put the?
No, I put the 110 on C tier and the 170 on B tier. 210. The state highway 210.
Dude,
So
where is that? I
know what the regular 210 is. Where's state highway 210? That's out there. Oh god. I've never done that, I don't think.
It's horrible. I know what this is.
But I'll take your word for it. I'll put it in D. Interstate. Well, we'll get there. CA2, I think, is a pretty awesome freeway. I mean, there's nothing overly. Actually, you know what? No, I think CA2 is definitely an S tier. Actually, maybe even A tier. I mean, okay, I don't know if it's good enough to be an S. I'll put it in an S. Actually, no, I'll put it in an A. See, the views on the 2 are so interesting because it's the one that takes you from Glendale down to downtown LA, and it's really cool.
I put
Dude,
the 2 at S.
Me.
It's pretty cool.
Okay,
it's a cool
I believe you. S. I can do S. 710. The highway, the state highway, not the interstate version. The state highway 710. It's okay. It's so short. It doesn't. I mean, like I'm sure people who use it like have a very good use for it. 710. That's.
I went
So the 7 the state highway version. That's up here. That's this tiny little wing in Pasadena. That is unbelievably short.
That's on me, boys.
I mean, look at this. This is the entire freeway right here. That's an F. That shouldn't even exist.
True.
Either connect it up with the rest of the 710, or just bulldoze it and put a Costco there or something. I don't know. I don't even care. Just do something. The 105. Another one of possibly the least interesting freeways in SoCal. Also, as you can see down here, it wants to connect up at the 5, but it just doesn't. It just gets completely cock-blocked. It's really uninteresting. A good thing is that it's it's a really good way to get to the airport if you don't want to get on the 405. Like if you're anywhere here, you're probably getting on there so the 405 to the airport. So it is really important. I'm not downsizing it. Definitely
it's a solid A.
Yeah, there's one thing to note that they did have to bulldoze the Beach Boys house to build it, but it's not too big of a deal. And this thing right here, because of this, I can't give it A. I think it B. I think it's a solid B. I mean, it's definitely important for getting to the airport.
Are
but,
you
like,
down to blow up the freaking South Pasadena, but you're not down to blow up the beach house?
So, the I think it's important, but I just don't think it's interesting enough to get an A or an S. Is that fair? And it's not like it's doing anything revolutionary. I do the 105 110 interchange. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put an A. The 105 110 interchange is so sick that I think it has to get at least an A. Okay, the Interstate 10. It's just
There's
an
like
OG.
5 heaven.
I mean, it's one of the two OG freeways along with the 5, right? The 10 and the 5. You all you need, you just get those two, and you could basically build everything out from there. But the 10 is kind of like it's it's kind of it's like the
10.
5. The 10 is kind of like it's like the unsung hero
Yeah,
compared to
true.
5. Like say
The 10 is 10's good.
it's like the 5, like everything awesome is on the 5, and like almost nothing awesome is on the 10, except for downtown LA and
There's
Santa
another
Monica,
one right in front of me.
right?
Oh my god, he was dead.
Is there anything else? I guess there's like Pomona Fairplex and stuff.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
here's
haven't
the
been on
one
it
point.
much because it's
Yeah.
definitely out of my
It
way.
takes you down to Indio. Like the 10 is definitely. It's not as fun as the 5. There's not as many cool things to do off the 10, but I think it's definitely like it's just a complete powerhouse. It's one of the two original freeways. I mean, obviously not necessarily the oldest, but like the two big dogs of SoCal. So I'm gonna have to put in A tier
Mm-hmm.
just for the
One.
just how important it is. So the 110 interstate version is it's like dude, it's
I was on it the other day. It was chill.
I mean it's chill, but like I mean compared to the state highway version, it's just so.
I
boring.
just put it at a B. Yeah, C.
Like the traffic is better
What
than the
times?
highway version, the state version.
Yeah.
But there's just
Yeah.
okay. You have what's interesting about it. It goes down to San Pedro and connects back up to
But Jack,
downtown LA, and you can use it if the 5 is logjam. You can use it to bypass it by taking the 405 to the 1.
I mean, I was on it pretty recently, and it's like it's fine. It's just like it's boring because it's
yeah,
like,
it doesn't go
kinda
through any
just goes-
interesting areas. It goes to San Pedro,
yeah,
which
it
is
just
pretty
goes
uninteresting.
through everything.
The only thing it
But Jack-
does, like it's very utilitarian. There's nothing fun about it. Like nothing fun. There's nothing fun about the 110. Really, I promise you, there's not. And also, there's some really ridiculous designs on that. Like, there's one. Like, obviously, I'm sure every freeway has stupid stuff that could make it get an F tier. But this one entrance right here, getting on from 11th Street in LA. Oh God, it's just a nightmare. I'm gonna put the 110 as a D tier.
but Jack,
Yeah.
can we? I want to go to bed. Can we do the 405 and 5 because of the two? I actually know the 5 and the 57 before I go to bed.
Okay.
We just do this next two, and then I'm gonna go to bed.
All right. 5, I think, is an easy S. It's just a fucking beast. It's just a beast.
Wait, what
of
is
a
what
freeway.
what is the rating based on?
It's just everything. How
On what?
interesting it is, how good the traffic is, how well planned it is, how like just everything basically.
I mean, the traffic on the 5 is pretty bad.
Traffic
I
on
guess
the 5
the
can
traffic
be
on
bad, but it's just
I feel
okay.
like the Y is really broken though.
the why like the 5, like everything awesome is off the 5.
Yeah.
Right? I mean that's just undebatable. 4 or 5, it's like the same thing as the 5, but the traffic is just it's not
I
as
put the
interesting.
405 as well.
You put it as an S, dude. The traffic
Yeah,
is
because it
so
gets me
bad.
literally. It's not that bad. It gets me everywhere I want to go, and like generally once
I like every freeway
traffic
has
clears up
pretty much
pretty
bad
quick.
freeway, or like at some time every freeway of
Well, yeah.
California.
I mean, it's pretty quick. Other than
Wait,
the
give me one
fact
second.
I think
that
the 5 is
I'm gonna go
generally
get water.
faster than the 4 or 5.
yeah,
Well,
the issue
actually,
is
no.
that-
I want to append that statement really quick. The 5 in Irvine and Tustin, for some reason the traffic is always terrible. It gets better in Santa Ana, and it gets better south of Irvine. For some reason, Irvine and Tustin do something weird with the traffic. The 405, I usually don't have too bad traffic. I think the 405, the worst traffic I've ever been in is the 405 down by Long Beach. It's just a nightmare.
yeah, it is a nightmare there. The only thing is like the 405. Everything is off it for me, but the one downside is the fact that the entrance on Fairview Road has literally not.
The construction.
It's been under construction since I can remember. Like, it's literally always been under construction.
Honestly, the 4-5 is
So
so iconic though. I
yeah,
feel
I'd
bad
still
giving it
put it
less than
at
S. I'd say
S.
the bottom
I
of
would
S.
still
The
put
bottom
it
of
as
S.
S. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Interstate
What's the
system.
2? Is it broken?
It's probably it definitely has the best views of the SoCal freeways.
Is it like up Pacific Coast?
No,
The
it's in
PCS?
Glendale. Okay. 57 just for Liam because he wanted to get it done early.
I
Definitely,
need to go to bed.
I feel bad. I like the diamond bar part, like where it goes through the Chino Hills. I think that's really cool. I like how it goes all the way up to the San Bernardino Mountains. I think that's cool. It's obviously extremely useful, and I take it every time I go to Castle Fortune, drop somebody off or something, drop my sister
It's
off.
like a quick review
Um,
because it feels like
I mean, okay, but these aren't. It can be as quick or as long as we need to be. So
no, because like if it's not a quick review, you just bring up Google Maps. Boom.
yeah, 57. I mean, we could bring up Google Maps if you want, right here. Right here, it starts here. A couple things I think is kind of stupid. The 57 really should extend down here. They could do it, just build it over the Santa Ana River. Like, yeah, the environmentalists get pissed off. I mean, look at this. They're already pissed off. I mean, come on. How much worse can it get, right? I think we should extend the 57 down there. Or, you know what would be sick? Oh, but no, you'd have to bulldoze everyone. Actually, you wouldn't have to bulldoze that many guys. Extend it right to here. It's already done. Blow up the golf course. I don't even care. Just extend the 57 all the way down here to the 405, and we're making paper.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna give 57. I think I'm gonna give 57.
The thing was, they were thinking like, what if Jack cares? But so now that you haven't cared, they've just gotten the green light.
So 57. I have actually driven on the entire length of it one time. Several times actually. It's one of those things that's just like you think it'd take a long time. I've never had problems with 57 traffic. To be fair, I've never done it during rush hour.
What's the H bar diamond bar? H Mart diamond bar.
That's just an H Mart. That's a diamond bar. I mean, I don't. Is there
What's
like
diamond bar?
it's a city?
Oh.
Yeah. So I think the 57, like it's this whole like mountain area. It's got some of the better views in SoCal for sure, and there's a lot of cool stuff on the 57. A lot of boring stuff too. Mostly uninteresting, but there is a few. There's like definitely some cool stuff, like Castle Fortune. That's pretty fun.
The Anaheim Stadium.
And Angel Stadium.
There's the other one on the other side. I don't remember what it's called.
Yeah, the Honda Center. They have this stuff. They have the Pomona Fairplex, which to be fair is not right off the 57, but it's pretty close. And then you can have this fun stuff with the mountains. I'm gonna say 57 is a solid A. All right. I think it's better than the 10. Better than the 105 actually. Actually, I'm gonna move 105 down to B. I'm sorry, it's just too sleeper. 15. See, the thing with the 15 in SoCal, like here, is pretty damn sleeper. I mean, there's nothing really much to say about it. Yeah, it has some good views down here, but that's kind of getting into San Diego territory, and I don't know if I'm really comfortable.
Have you ever driven on the freeway not going somewhere?
Well, I'm always going somewhere. I mean, like just driving on for fun.
Like I was wondering if you ever just drove.
There's a lot of times when I want to drive, like I also go somewhere. Like I never only drive. I always at least go somewhere, right?
Mhm.
Even if the driving is the best part. So the 15. I mean, around here, the views are awesome. The views are really sick out here, and I love this part of it. But this part is just so goddamn infuriatingly uninteresting. Like this right here is like the torture chamber because it's probably one of the most boring stretches of freeway in the entire SoCal. But it's just so useful. And the views here are good. The views out here are good. It takes you to Vegas. I think the 15. I don't want to give it an S. I mean, it's better. You know what? I'm gonna give it a high A. Top of A. Actually, no. I'm gonna make a new tier called SS. There's some that are just too damn good to leave out. So like I would say the 5 and the 2 are SS, and then the 405 and 15 are S. And you think that's fair?
What?
The 5 and the 2 are SS. The 4, 5, and 15 are S.
I
Yeah, that's
only really know about the 5 and the 57.
Not bad. Alright. So the 605. Not the most. I hate to be calling all these freeways boring, but I mean, come on. The 605, give me a fucking break. It's probably the. I mean, yeah, you can go through like the hills here and stuff, but I have very little to say about the 605. I've only taken it a few times, and all of those times I'm like, oh god. Like the 605 also goes through some pretty sketch areas. I mean, I feel like all these freeways do a little bit at least, but I don't know. 605. I'm sure there are some people who think, oh, you know, I use the 605 all the time. I respect that. I personally don't care about it too much. I mean, I've never had a bad experience with it, but I've certainly never had a good experience with it. So I'm gonna give it a solid B tier. I'm gonna give it a C tier actually. I don't hate it by any means. I'm sure it's a fine freeway. 710. The interstate part, it's pretty sick. There's some cool stuff you can do with that thing. Like you can go down from Long Beach to LA. That's about it, actually. There's a couple nice tricks you can do. Like if you're on the 405, you could take the 710 to get to downtown Long Beach. That's some good tech right there. There is some really stupid stuff like the 710, the 5 interchange in LA. That's always really busy. I've never had a good experience with it, I'm not gonna lie. I've never been on this part of the 7. Actually, no, I have been on this part of the 710. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna say this stretch of it, I have actually never been on. So I don't feel comfortable commenting on it. Nick, do you have any comments about the 710?
I have not been on that area either. So
Yeah, I've been on this part of it once. I've been on this part of it quite a few times going to Long Beach.
yeah,
I mean, it's
that's
definitely
about
good
it.
for going to Long Beach.
I haven't
Or
been anywhere near Compton.
it's good for going to Pasadena. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it literally goes through.
Compton,
Yeah,
yeah,
it
and
goes
I've
through the
literally
worst
been,
areas in the state. So.
and I've avoided every single part of it.
Yeah.
I've actually wait. Is down? Oh, I might have.
You probably took the. Well, oh god, you
I
actually
went to
probably did that.
Downey.
But you probably took the 605 there. Depends what part
Yeah,
of Downey also.
that's about it.
Anyway, okay, I'm gonna give it a C for just being really uninteresting. Actually, no, Long Beach Tech brings it up to a B tier. The 14, I love the 14. That goes right through. Oh god, the 14. Some of them.
I haven't been on that.
If you're going on the 14, you're having a good time. I'm gonna give it a SS tier. I mean, do I need to explain more? Actually, let me explain. I'm sorry. For the people who haven't been on the 14. So basically, you start out here in Santa Clarita. The entire route of the 14 is scenic. The entire thing. It's practically a scenic route, but it's also a freeway. It's like a dream come true. I took it one time going out to Red Rock. Every other time I've been to Lancaster, which I think I went there a long time ago. But the 14 is just so awesome. Yeah, maybe there's traffic. I don't really care. I love the 14 so much. It brings back good memories, and the views are awesome. It goes through really chill areas. It has. You go to California City. You have to go to Mojave. You go to Ricardo. Like all these awesome places. You use the 14 to get to that. Like it's the freeway itself isn't iconic. And not even the places you go with it. But the places you go using the 14 is so incredibly beautiful and serene. And the freeway itself, I think, is a good freeway as well. So I'm going to put the 14 as an SS. Any
Yo,
counter
I'm
arguments?
gonna go to bed, Jack. See
Alright,
ya.
see you.
Good luck on the list.
Nick, have you been on the 14?
No.
The
Not that I can remember.
210.
Wait, do you go to Vegas that way?
No, Vegas is
No.
15. So the 210 interstate portion. I have been on here a few times going out to um, Pasadena, Azusa, San Marino, those places. I've not been on this part of it, the Silmar or La Crescenta. I've been on this part. I think it's a good freeway. There's some pretty cool stuff off of it. Nothing too remarkable about it, but if you're on the 210, I just like the 210. I think it's a good freeway. I think there's nothing enraging about it. I've never had a bad experience with it. I've been on it quite a few times. So I'm going to put it as a solid B tier. Solid A tier, actually. No, I'm going to say solid B tier. I'm sure some people would put it as a. Some people would probably put it higher. I would put it in B. The one I think is undisputed number one. I mean, come on, PCH. Need I say more?
PCH is literally the most goated freeway in the world. Or highway, whatever you want to call
Actually,
it.
you know what? I'm gonna move the 5 down to S tier, just because there's just too many damn traffic jams. It's just ridiculous. I'm gonna put the 14 right there. The 22.
PCH is the best.
Yeah, I thought I put it at the top of SS.
Okay, yeah.
22. I've been on it a few times. Never for anything particularly fun, because I don't know if you can really have too much fun off the 22. You can go to Long Beach with it. You can go to CSU Long Beach with it, which I have done before. That's a good use of the 22. I went to the Westminster DMV. That's off with the 22. We have any, anything interesting? Outlets at Orange. That's off the 22. Main place is off the 22.
22's chill.
I
I'd
did-
put it A.
It's really short. I mean, yeah, it's obviously short isn't bad, right? There's some good freeways that are short.
It's short, but it gets you a lot of places.
Yeah, it gets work done. I mean, it doesn't. I wouldn't say it carries the team now, but like it definitely when it is necessary, it comes in handy. I think. I mean, it's just outclassed by every other freeway around it. The 57, the 55, the 5, and the 405 are all better. I'd say the 55 is the only one that might be worse. Like, I like the 22. Don't get me wrong. I like the 22. I don't feel comfortable giving it more than an A. I'll just say A.
I would give it an A, yeah.
Okay. I mean, if you like it so much, I would put it.
No, I would only give it an A. I wouldn't give it higher.
Honestly, I think it's more fair in B. It's just simply
Yeah,
I
you
don't
can
think it's
put it-
interesting enough to go higher. Okay, 55 I think is probably F tier. The traffic is just unreal. It's so bad. It's just terrible. It's horrible. Like yes, I get it. Okay, you go down to Newport Beach on the 55. You're having a good time. You're with the boys. You're going to the fairgrounds or the back.
Even
or the
the exit.
It's like, okay, yeah, you're having a good time on the 55, but the 55 is like working against you. Like it's trying to make everything worse. Like you would have had a better chance just getting off on a street and just driving the streets down in Newport Beach than taking the fucking 55. The 55 is god awful. Without a single exception, every time I've been on the 55, there's just been horrible traffic. The only exceptions are like after 10 p.m. But
Dude,
there's
I
no
will
traffic
go
ever
for-
after 10 p.m. anyway, so that doesn't really mean anything.
I mean, even at 10 p.m., it has the most, like, bro, I could go on a list. Like, it has the most shittiest on-ramps. It has the off-ramps are fine. But, like, it has the
Oh yeah,
worst
these bizarre on ramps and off ramps in Newport Beach. What is that? Like you know what I'm talking about?
It's so tilting. Dude, like, I was going to Pancakes or Us on 17th Street, and, like, I was like, oh, I'll take the 55. It might be quicker. At like 10
Funny,
a.m. Boy, was I
funniest shit I've heard
wrong.
all day. Yeah, 55. No, it's bad. Today I was driving to school. It was 9:30 in the morning. long after rush hour. I was on the 5. I drove over the 55, looked over, and it was a fucking parking lot. No movement. At 9:30 in the morning on a Monday, it was a parking lot on the 55.
Yeah.
Unreal,
just-
unreal how bad that is. No one has ever been on the 50. No one has ever been like, gee whiz, boy, am I glad I'm on the 55. F tier. Final answer. I don't want to bag on it too much though, but it just deserves it.
No, it does. It deserves
The
it.
23. Oh god, what is the 23? I don't think I remember the 23. 23. Have I been on 23? Maybe
I have not been on it.
I feel like it rings a bell somewhere. The 23. Yeah, it's not ringing a bell. I mean, I think it's. Oh, this? Oh, what the hell? Oh,
I have
this right here. No, I've never been on that. Yeah. I mean, it probably is decent, but no, never been on that. 60. Been on that. It's pretty cool. It's pretty interesting. It goes all the way from downtown LA out to the 10 by Beaumont. This whole thing in Diamond Bar, that's really dumb. I think that entire situation is really ridiculous. This thing, I mean, it has part of the obstacle course. It gets points for that. It's pretty sick. I have not been on the full length of it. I've been on this part of it. Just because I've on 57. I've been on this part of it because we were doing something in Jericho Valley, and I have
Oh
been
my
on
gosh. Okay, this freeway,
the 60.
it's like I'm sorry, I can't rate it higher than a B.
I think I'll beat it. I mean, honestly, this part I think is
The
interesting, but no, I
the
think
amount of traffic
the
I have
60
going to
it just
Riverside
ruins
on that
so
thing.
60 is just not. It's just not good. I think it's just a D. I think that's fair. High D though.
Yeah.
Better than the 110.
Sure.
CCA 73. That's the Ortega Highway, right? Well, no, that's the toll road. But there's like a small freeway portion of it right here, where it's not tolled. It's kind of dumb. It should not exist. F. They should have never been built. It's a waste of money. Do something else. Build a train track. Do whatever. The 73 is a waste of money. It should have never been built, and most of it's a toll road anyway. You think that's a fair assessment?
Yep.
Like, look at this. Why? Why is the 73 here? Has anyone ever benefited from that shit being there? It's so stupid. I mean, I'm sorry,
I don't
but
know. I don't remember going through it, so.
that's fair. I mean, your house is right next to the 73. So.
Wait. Oh, is this? Wait, where does it go down?
It's right here. There's an exit on. You can get on it at Bear Street.
Wait.
The 73 connects to 55 and the 405.
Um.
Even though the 55 already connects to the 405, they don't need another connector. But no.
Yeah, no, I just don't use it.
It should have never been built. F. 90. C90. I've been on it a little bit in Yorba Linda. And that's it. This tiny little freeway goes through
No.
Yorba Linda and La Habra and Brea. And most of it's not even a free. Like for most of the run, it's not even a freeway, right? I've been on all this, going through Brea. I've been there, done that. Nothing interesting about it. And it's a freeway for just this tiny, minuscule section in from Yorba Linda Boulevard to the 91. Talk about. That's just a waste. It should have never been built. F. 91. Now we're getting into some real territory. The 91, it's very important, but the traffic is so bad, I cannot give it higher than a D. It's horrible. I have never had a non-miserable experience in the 91.
True.
Yeah, I get it. It's important, but there's a lot of important freeways out there, and the 91 fails miserably at avoiding traffic. It's so unbelievably bad. And it doesn't have to be this way. Just, I mean, there has to be something that can be done. Build a public transport lane so you don't have to all get on the 91. Please, do something. Do something. The 91 is so bad. Something has to be done. They've kept widening and widening and widening it. It doesn't fix anything. It's still terrible. D, because it is at least really useful when you read these. The 101, the last thing on the list. I mean, it's Hollywood. It's Hollywood Hills. It's Studio City, and it goes all the way up to San Francisco. It's amazing views. Goes to Oxnard. Goes through Little Tokyo. Goes through Chinatown. Everything
It's
is on
goated.
there. It's goated. SS tier. SS.
Yeah.
Um,
I would put it right behind
but there's definitely a lot of problems with it.
PCH though.
Right?
honestly.
Yeah, actually, yeah. I think it's better than the 14 and the 2. Right there. Yeah. Okay.
The
Actually, the
PCH,
2.
dude, it's just too goated.
Yeah. Any reorderings I want to make? I think the 22 is better than the 170. And the 210, probably, yeah. 105 and 710. 710 is, I think, is better than these two. It's really short though. Doesn't really need to be there. Actually, yeah. 110 and the 605. I think that's fair rating. I don't know, man. The 110, the history behind it though. It's the most scenic urban freeway, I would say, in LA. I'm sorry, I have to bump it up to A tier. I'm sorry, I have to. And I think the 710 is so minuscule, I can put that down to C. So I think this is actually a better final tier list. D tier, 60, 110, 210, 91, I think that's fair. Maybe the 110 is better than the 60. Yeah, I think the 110 is better than the 60.
Is the 27 on this?
27, what is the 27?
There's Pepperdine. Oh, there's Pepperdine.
I don't think the 27.
No. Oh, okay. I think I ended up. No. I didn't go on a trail. I think I went.
The
What did I do?
27.
Oh, no. Never mind.
Or the 27 is this thing.
Yeah, no, I didn't go on that.
Also, that's not really much of a freeway. It's just like a road.
It's a road.
Like, well, obviously freeways are types of roads, but it's just like it's not like a freeway. Okay,
Yeah.
LA freeways.
That's
I think
pretty
this is our
good.
final tier. I'm sorry, 134, 118, and 23 guys. I'm sure there are many people who use you every day and love you, but I don't know enough to fairly comment. So I'm gonna screenshot that. I'm gonna say finalized LA freeway tier list, and let me know if you guys disagree. Any agreements, disagreements? Call me something. Call me a jerk for not liking your freeway. I mean, okay. Let's be real. Nobody likes the 91. Nobody. If you like the 91, let me know in the comments, and I'll tell you you're lying. Thank you very much. This has been the LA Freeways tier list with my good man Nick 5 Ever. See you later.
Hey.